matchup with the New York Jets.
You look like Patrick Mahomes. He's got to look like Patrick Mahomes.
And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering
He was
play.
Patrick Mahomes.
They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Can't even see my head on.
Good try.
Is the whole ball?
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in week 9? Returnable here for Davis. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Jets about set to go on offense, led by their rookie quarterback
Gamer to play with.
The 2nd overall pick, Zach Wilson out of BYU.
Man, you're tripping. Bro, my QB just said croissant.
Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. A nice run by the
Bro,
rookie.
imagine your QB telling you croissant.
His career. He gets to show off to the national audience here on Thursday night.
So imagine your QB telling you you look like a croissant.
But he feels he's ready to go and really gave a nice
That just
shout
happened
out to the Nike folks for getting him ready.
Yeah, partner, things have changed, haven't they? Because these guys nowadays, they've not only got the team staff getting them ready, they have a lot of their own private guys that give them advice on what to eat, how to recover, how to stretch, you name it. And he says he's ready to go.
Rest past their bedtime.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
Why not?
I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
Oh, bet. I had it going. There you go.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Wilson.
Man, go fuck yourself.
One out here to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And they're going to face a 3rd down.
Man, my mother did.
Are you on, bro?
Amigo.
Are you telling
There's
She
Wilson.
is. Yes, sir, not a kick.
Up and underneath to his running back, complete.
Oh, he's suicidal.
First down. He had to get to the 30, but he's
Hey, bro, you
a
talking to me? That's suicidal
so
shit.
out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Bitch. I saw an old man talk.
With Wilson. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back.
First down.
Now this is
Yes,
gonna
sir.
be close.
First down.
The defense
Give me that
says
first
they
down,
stopped
boy.
him, and they did. The
How
Jets
was that
trying
not a
with the
fucking
fourth
first
down.
down?
Doesn't work. And this crowd loves it as their guys hold on the
What
opening
team do you
drive.
play? Yes, you can.
Play action. Wentz. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. A gain of 6 there on first. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Oh my God, I did not. You have invited me to so many.
No, I didn't.
And he's got the first down
Yo.
as he's up to the 45-yard line.
What?
That looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop
I
the
don't know,
shoulder
man.
or create or get through contact or trash,
I don't know
it's
you.
a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Look, check your.
Huh? Check my what? Huh? Yes. I'm a football player. What do you expect?
Alright, name an animal that starts with Q. Name an animal that starts with R. Name an animal that starts with S.
I've seen that.
Huh?
First and 10.
Oh.
Here's Wentz.
It's because I was trying to think of something.
It's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Jack Doyle that time. That'll bring up second down. That
Bro, there's
pass just
just...
a little bit off.
Bro, I got for the
Maybe trying to
Mule,
force
and
it
this
in there.
one girl just kept on staring at my arm.
Always different, no matter what you do in practice.
She obsessed with Sky's arms.
Right? So your decision making.
Oh, hello, pedophile.
Off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown.
Yeah, bro, this guy told me to report in case he saw a pedophile. And he saw... Yes, you're the pedophile.
Touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter
Yeah, that's you, my guy.
The call is to go
That
for
is
one
you.
and kick the extra point. And this is good.
That is you.
7-0 Indy.
Hey guys, I want to go for pedophile.
That time, 5 plays. And the end result was a Marlon Mack touchdown run. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Because he don't like you.
Davis.
You're gay.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get
Bro, I
to
just ran into the same
29.
gamer. Yeah. Bro, I swear to God, if I, like, get someone, in case they don't talk, I know why they're not talking.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL.
Isaiah, what would you do if you caught that one girl that kept on calling you adorable?
But this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short.
You want to hit it with the 1-2?
But when a team's playing as well as they are,
You want to hit it with the
it actually
1-2?
allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent
Yes,
deal with it.
sir. Move the ball forward. Move the ball forward.
Costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's
Here.
going to happen at the end of the play.
Yes, sir.
If you're looking for the football, he's less likely to draw the flag. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Listen, girl.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge.
Was that in?
Took him a little too far. It's second down. To throw again on second down. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Carter. He's got a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Shows some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket, but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv,
That's
you
in.
break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys
know, but
chasing you,
Colts don't.
sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here's Isaiah Rodgers to return. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team? They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Meanwhile, Wentz's throw complete here to Doyle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. Here's Wentz to throw. Flush to his right.
Hey, yo, bitch.
And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He
Little midget looking at him.
First down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Wentz gonna throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Because Isaiah's air humping.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Being chased out left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Decent gain on the scramble of 6, but now it's 4th. Out is
what the fuck
Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. They only punted twice.
What team do you play in Madden?
As he gets this one away. Now it's
what team do you play in Madden?
I'm trying to look for some return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, it's not going to. We still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Got a man that's caught inside the 10. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Fucking you got a toothbrush.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly.
What a dead to
only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. To throw is Wilson. That's
touchdown.
For a Jets touchdown.
Oh, it's because I'm playing Madden.
Great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2.
This is where your dad left and never came back with the milk.
That's caught. And he is not going to make it.
Which ones?
So the defense holds.
No, just mine.
It's a 5-point game. So now Charles, 2 touchdowns.
Bro, this girl said I was ugly, so I said her dad never came back with the milk.
And you want to say, let's go and run the kicker out there from now on, but the problem is you're chasing points at this stage. So now you've got to dial up more 2-point conversions.
You think they're in your bag or something?
Bringing it out of his end zone. And all deep in his
own fumble. Come on, take it in. Take it in.
Yes, it's a touchdown for the Jets. A big play there.
Did you get them?
With his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket.
Did you just say nuclear cutie?
He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Yo. You play Madden, right? Or no?
So
do you play Madden?
The Jets offenses are going to go for 2 here.
Yes.
They'll look to throw.
Oh, cool. What character do you mainly play as?
Get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where
Huh?
it is. return. They were looking for the
GTA.
punch, but they couldn't get that two-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for two and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again.
I have it on my phone, but I don't like shooting
for a
Twitch.
score. Rodgers on the return.
Huh?
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's
I do have
to
Twitch.
17. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it?
Okay, I will follow you on Twitch right now.
Given the quick turnaround.
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings.
Yes, I do
because
play.
everyone
Right now
feels
I'm
good
playing
about
Madden
themselves.
22.
And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as
Yes, I play
players.
GTA,
So look
Call
at
of
your play
Duty.
sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. The limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
Yes, I go live on
Keep him
YouTube.
to the short gain, and of course he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play.
Tanner. Tanner. Here, I just type it.
Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Buying time to his left. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Dancing to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Forced out to his left. And Wentz going to slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go.
Copy. I'm gonna go follow you on Twitch real quick. Do the Twitch. Go here. Paste.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Looking deep for Hilton. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan when trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, a run by Mack. And he won't be close to the first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on fourth. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Yo.
Crowder now to return.
Man, that ain't no creepy.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime.
Oh, you're trying to go for that one trick from that one movie, right?
Drive. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football.
That she comes out of the TV whenever you buy her film.
Final
Yeah, that
play
chick. You're trying to go for her, aren't you? Yeah, because this guy has like her wig and shit.
It's incomplete.
And then, like, I believe like he has like white contacts in his eyes for it. Oh no, it's just his regular eyes. Yeah, the ring. Yeah, the ring.
That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman.
Yeah,
Our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look
You're
at
trying to
what's
get
coming
people,
up this
aren't you?
weekend around the NFL.
And now, due to apparent time
I said it looks like you're trying to
constraints,
get people.
we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
No.
My friends would play that.
Yeah.
The Colts getting the football
disconnected?
first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3.
No, I'm just talking to my friend because he's on this app called like Dia, and this kid disconnected from him.
Well, the Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter.
I just went on a
Right out
needle.
of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker.
Oh,
What
then
that
if
means
I
is
popped your
his
neck and
ability to
everything.
read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Like, not to be mean, but at first, I thought that,
Run
like,
only got a yard.
you're gonna say something like, gosh-ish. I said at first, like, whenever, like, whenever you, like, you move your hair, I thought, like, you're gonna say something like, gosh-ish.
And he's brought down, getting this one up
Like
to
gosh.
about the 35.
Yes, I thought, like, you're gonna, like, say something like, gosh-ish.
Trying to watch an NFL game and trying to count for their passing game. That's
Like
difficult.
at the beginning, I thought, like, you're going to say something to me, and so, like, I saw you move, and then like, the movie popped in my head.
On first down, it's Mack. Mack gets hit, and the ball is free. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return
So what all
starts
games do you
at the
play?
39-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh,
There
well,
are
I
more
play Madden, Cold War, GTA, Vanguard, UFC, of course, Fortnite, where is it, Rust, and the Deep Rock, Classic.
Okay. I have.
cause, because now if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
And the Jets are going to be set up with a first and goal as good running gets him down to about the 4-yard line. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, second and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible, but all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
So the Jet offense staying on the field. They're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. To throw, it's Wentz. And that will be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
Airing one out for Crowder. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. Throwing on first is Wentz. This to the outside for Mack. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Six yards left on 2nd down. This is Hines. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Wentz. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Quinnen Williams in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
And now after the sack, Wentz and the Colts, they're left looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Wentz, got to have this one. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now Wilson on 1st down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Here we go. Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now it's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's 2nd and 10. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
They'll run with Carter. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Michael Carter. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Jets add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. They're going to try and run. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun. Well, partner, since this new two-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw on 2nd and 10. Wentz. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Let's go.
Now Wentz. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Got to be wary of throwing an interception here because the defense knows they're going to get tested deep. That's why they're going to put a couple of extra guys back there to try and prevent that.
Yeah, late in the fourth quarter here trying to preserve the lead. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That's pulled in at the 32. A great return there of 22 yards. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more.
Let's go.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Wilson. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
he's starting to fall into the category of not fair. Because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
36.
Here's a give to Carter. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Jets, the victory moves them to 7-1 on the year. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time.
You know, as longtime fans...
Welcome back in on EA Sports, and do not adjust your sets. That's our score, 27-7. A shocker thus far, and this has kind of turned into a classic trap game. And right now this offense searching for answers as they try to mount a comeback from a 3-touchdown deficit.
Let's go.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Jets try it, but the fourth down play doesn't work. And the Bills are going to get the football back. The third quarter starts with a run by Singletary. Despite some fast footwork, he's still wrangled down shy of the 15. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Full run show Fatukasi, able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. And taken at the 46. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And, oh, that would get a wind up incomplete. Nearly an interception in the end zone. Probably should have been. 3rd down coming up.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are...
And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown. Okay, Charles, so there you go. A much-needed score there to get this back to a 2-score game.
And, Brandon, you and I both know from experience from talking with a number of guys who have played this game, when they're looking up at a scoreboard and seeing 27-7 against them, they're fighting with their team to combat the thinking, let's just get to the finish line and take our medicine. And this team apparently is fighting it. I think they firmly believe that they can win this game, and that's a big first step there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. From the 6. And he returns this to the 22. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try and run for this with Moss. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in.
Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. You know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And his throw here is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Allen.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Allen. Flushed out right. First down and more for Allen. And he'll even avoid the contact in the end as he will finally slide to a halt. A big gain there for the Bills. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now Allen going to give it to Moss. And he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. Second and 6. Here's Allen to throw it. It's complete to Diggs. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You're talking about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Wilson going to throw for it. And this is caught. And they've got the lead here. Could have been up 1 with a point after, but they go for 2. It worked.
It almost seems like they're trying to set an identity, doesn't it? We're going to be one of those teams that every time we get a chance to put extra points on the board, we will. Because really it's minimal in difference, right? Whether you have 1 or 2, a field goal can still get you.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. They'll look to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he got it on the touchdown run, but he won't get in here. He'll be stopped short, and they'll come up empty on the try for 2.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of two-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And the interception that ended their previous drive, that might be one we look back on and say that was the turning point of this game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only one score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. He'll give it to Singletary here to start the drive. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Allen. That is incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And he fields it cleanly. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So here are the Jets now to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now beginning this drive 1st and 10. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
What a savvy read by the running back. He saw his quarterback was out of the pocket in a little bit of trouble. He just broke off his route and took off deep downfield. Thought for a second there they had him, but they were unable to connect for a big play.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on 4th down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they...
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Jets have just about sewn up this football game.
Wilson wants to throw it. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying, make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. and that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Now Wilson steps away to his left. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And that is caught. It's Davis. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Wilson to throw. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Throwing again here, Wilson. It's complete to Cole. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Oh, Wilson going to throw. And did he get the feet down? No, they'll say he did not. It's incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback... around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of...
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review, and this being inside 2.
After review of the play, rules on the field is reversed.
So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned. That's caught, and he is in the end zone. Especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 16. 25 seconds remaining. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for Devin Singletary there, but it'll be second down. Here's Allen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. This to make it a 3-score game late. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. That would have been from way downtown. Pretty big roll of the dice, and he comes up a bit short.
Yeah, you knew when you saw the holder setting up on the other side of the 50 that this was going to be a long shot. But to me, there's really no loss here because you've shown confidence in him. Kicking it from a long distance, that'll pay dividends. And the miss, you can...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And the Jets come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, Ken.
Bottom line, we didn't deserve to win that game. We'll take it.
The biggest story coming out of last week's games was the incredible comeback we saw. 20 points down at halftime. Apparently, that's no problem. Ethan, what's the word around the league regarding...
Listen, I ain't about to give y'all that typical eye-rolling speech right here. We got the win last week, and that's all that matters.
Back now on EA Sports. If you're just joining us, you've missed plenty, and you're not going to want to leave. A wild ball game to this point. You think about some of the crazy games in the NFL recently. Last week, we had the 20-point deficit erased. This week, 41-41 as we get started here.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. You never know what you're going to expect when you come to the stadium to call a game. Sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get great ones, and that's what we had here. What an exciting finish on that last big play.
And I think that as we look at it, when we're talking about a great finish, which went along with a game that obviously was dramatic because we did get into overtime, what type of play calls do you have left? What have you not shown? What have you made an adjustment to what you've worked out all the way through? It's going to give you the point.
was talking with my crew before the show. By the way, best production team in the biz, or at least that's what they tell me to say. Anyway, I think it's worth discussing on air for this podcast.
Mate, I can't believe it's late November already.